Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to this La Cosa Nostra radio production. La Cosa Nostra is a family unit located on allpoetry.com. Allpoetry.com, the world's largest poetry community. We want to thank Kevin and the crew for giving us a place to call home and hang our hats. The content and opinions of the people, the callers, and the hosts do not necessarily reflect the beliefs and opinions of La Cosa Nostra ownership and management. Enjoy this La Cosa Nostra programming.
Hey, Linda.
Hey, Boo. Hey, you know what? My password's not letting me into the studio.
Oh, okay. I'll shoot you over that password. But you're on the air now.
Okay.
And we got a bunch of people here already. So
right on.
First
the more
is,
the merrier.
Yeah. The first one's 720. Who's calling?
Hey, how are ya?
Hey, how are you?
Sweetie.
Is this Blade?
It's sweet. No, it's Sweet.
Oh, Sweet.
Hi, Sweet.
Hey, how's it going, Sweet?
It's going. How are you guys?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Haven't talked in a while.
I know. I haven't been around a lot. I've been healing from my foot, and now I'm getting better and almost walking. I can take a few steps here and there, and I'm on the mend.
I'm glad to hear it.
And the next one
Cool.
is Linda, is Raz. Hey, Raz. How are you?
Hello? You hear me?
Hi,
Hello,
Raz.
Yeah. Great to be here on the show tonight. Thanks for having me.
And then
I'm
the next
glad
one
you
is
came.
270. I'm not sure 270. Who's calling?
That would be me.
It's Wayne. I should know Wayne by now. Ugh. Hey, Wayne.
You got me. Hey, how you doing, Boo? Linda? Sweet? Brad?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks
Hey,
for coming.
Wayne.
Hey, what's happening, babe? You want to go dancing?
You want to go dancing, Linda, with Wayne?
Oh.
So happy when I dance.
Yeah, I'm almost up to the dancing stage.
All right, it's cool. I'll do that. I'll be able to pick you up.
Right on.
So, Sweet, you got a poem? Do you want to drop it?
I do have a poem.
And since you have to go?
I can do that.
Gracias.
Sweet.
All right.
And then we'll go Raz after that.
All right. Okay, hold on. Let me go grab it. Let's see. Where am I?
The Club 2021.
Yeah, I know. I put it in the room. Now I got to go find it. Go figure. I thought I put it in your room. Where am I? Hey. Well, at least I know where it is in my room. Hold on. Let me find it in my room.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I would have had it if I... Okay. Here I go. Copying it. Go to you. Costa Nostra. And drop it in my room. All right. There we go. Here we are. Midnight Storms by Sweet Pea. Droplets of dew on night shade with apple trees of poisonous taste. Chalk-eyed lines of blood-red rose promises stain the ground. And the sea tosses its undead, screaming as they crash in waves against the blackened cliffs of her island. Shrinking, wrinkled hands reach to climb the jagged edges. Skin decorates the rocks in climbing ivy patterns. Hallowed eyes stare up from murky waters with teardrops of seaweed weaving through rotten mouths and gaping throats. Hunger guides her to the highest temples to prepare for her next speed. She calls for the shadows hidden from the turbulence of the winds, conjures the darkness out of the clouds that summon thunder, and sheds her teardrops of blood to control the rain. She stood and raised her head and arched her body to the stars as she lifted her voice in prayer. Hair of fire, skin of ivory, the blood of black, eyes of gold. I conjure the midnight storm, strike down the apricot rays of the day, rise the waves in anger, let the sky spit rain and thunder, spin the winds in a violent rage, and sink the ships of warriors, the innocent and the sweet, bring them to me and feed the consumer of souls. The clouds turned black and the rain fell against her skin. The wind began to spin around her and thunder called her name. She opened her mouth to receive her bounty and her hunger faded. There would be new eyes bobbing in the waters tomorrow. End poem.
That was awesome. Oh my God. I have never seen imagery like that. You brought this out to life. My God, Sweet, this is beautiful. It was grotesquely lovely in its form. I really, really liked it. You certainly came out with this one. Thank you for bringing it to my show and sharing it.
Thank you.
Let's see.
I appreciate it.
Raz, what did you think?
You got Raz and Wayne here? Mm-hmm.
There's definitely a hint of darkness here. It's like turbulence of fighting a violent thunderstorm over the waves of the seas. And it has its own form of coming at you like artwork, that what you see finally at the bottom of the ocean water are the eyes of those who are drowned. And so these kinds of metaphors reflects on how poorly it's been documented in ship record history. All those who have drowned in ancient times when it comes to vast bodies of waters, and it ends that much more of a mystery as to the edge lining of who are these eyes and why do they not ever rest in Davy Jones' locker.
Thank you, Raz. Great comment. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Boo, what did you think?
Well, I was reading the authors, though. I mean, that's pretty. Soul eaters believe in the soul eaters supposedly to consume the individual spirit, causing a wasting disease that can be fatal. Whoa, that's deep right there. This almost reads like a short story, kind of. I love the picture. I love your descriptions are amazing. Like wrinkled hands reach to climb the jagged edges. Hunger guides the highest temples to prepare for her next feed. She's one badass hungry bitch. Hair of fire, skin of ivory.
Right.
The blood of black, eyes of gold. I'm scared. I mean, this is really descriptive. I mean, if you're not shaken after this, it's really good and very poetic. I thought it was fantastic, and your voice is made for reading poetry. Good job.
Right,
awesome.
right.
Thank you, Boo. Thank you, Linda.
Yeah, beautiful piece. Wow.
Thank you.
Who's going to follow that?
I think Wayne needs to comment.
Oh, Wayne didn't comment yet? Wayne.
Yeah, I get forgot about it all the time. I even forgot about so much. Hey, anyway, can you repost that poem? I got so excited. I was getting ready to type something. I went straight on my computer. It knocked me off air. And I came back and the poem's gone. So it's a great poem you did. I got so excited. That's a bad woman you got to go about there. She's a badass lady. Kind of reminds me of you. I'll leave you a comment. It's a good point back. I'll leave you a comment. But I lost everything a while ago. Great job there, Sweet.
Yeah, beautiful job. Okay. Who's next there, Boo?
Raz, would you read yours from last night? Since
yes,
Raz waited all night last night and he got cut off, and so I wanted to make sure that he got.
While there were comment responses.
Yeah, and I'm sorry about that last night. I don't know. The one from last night is called "Love or Fear of Flowers."
Yeah, Love or Fear of Flowers.
Okay. Thank you, Sweet Pea.
I'm not seeing it on the board yet.
Not yet. I got you.
Oh, there you go.
And
okay, Raz.
This poem is loosely based on romanticism, but it had been interpreted for the night show or quoted Dorian Gray or some other work by Oscar Wilde in which he states that one can realize how rare it is to live with so many who only exist. Love or fear of flowers. There was never true love, another nefarious illusion which is lost in continuity time, like yesterday's knowledge, worst critic. Add here how no one really knows. Look and behold, steeping beauty awakens Genesis after the revelation is boldly foretold. The fundamental man has constructed historic momentum to the reset theory. We are informed by multiple forms that are subjected by simulated situation. The silver apple fungal amble is iron forged balance, the Dark Lord, who wishes on wreaking havoc of the underground Odin, underground stream foundation, and the base essential metric bulge. George Dunlop Leslie painting of the roses, a dashing splash to smashing brilliance, a springtime when the known seasons have mortally perished. The earth desolation prosper, but the dark matter, 70% exhume bloom. For better breathing spaces, avoid of outer space, a suitable replacement. Oxygen less are the godly star system? Why believe of an intelligence with closer relation? Species relinquished. Today we are very well alive, and hundreds of years from now will be the children requiem. Species distinction with the 400,000 years fading with precise traces of genetic blood. Species extinction with the 200,000 60 million time variable. Cosmic dawn provided less human emotion or seeming immortal mythology transpired. Most importantly, before a single death symbolized the eternal wanderer, death, a black-robed figure, walked per massive, empty chambers of stellar vault and lit what became exploding stars, the lifeless pyre. Position was put forth those who make history happen, or the thesis statement. Quantum loop, the point in the stellar vault, when the stars were falling because of the gravity pull and the merging supermassive black holes, and see the everlasting hesitation of the minute hour. Quantum loop, the Kosovo genocide and the social weakness to progressive fellowship has appeased the antimatter deflection to the Dark Lord, a love of piteous and beautiful flowers, but the rose, an infrared dwarf star in living galactic zones, where life extinguishes the brown ember to the breaking flames. The archaic idea, so misty, once whispered to me, carries on indefinite to the least common denominator margin to be infused and reborn. Miscalculation of the light year measurement, but has been lost unless the eternity is frozen. Beyond our grasp is proven to be more than nothing, which will not end forever. Instant and immediate realization refuses to acknowledge all things must pass and come back. There was never true love. From first and fourth contact, let us have a feast of roses to wait out the blue heaven, falsely called pitch black, a love or fear profoundly red roses.
Wow. Wow. That was beautifully sad and sadly beautiful. A lot of information going on in there, Raz. You always write so prolific. It's astounding to me. Some of your work goes right over my head, but I know that this piece took a lot to write it. You really put yourself and your heart into this piece, I can tell. And I thank you very much. I wish there was more I could say about it, but I really thank you for bringing this beautiful piece to my show and sharing it with all of us. And at that, I will hand it over to Wayne. Wayne, what did you think?
Well, I was chasing the poem down when he started reading it. I was trying to listen to him while I was going through and finding the poem, and it was pretty amazing. It's Raz at his best. And so I finally got to sit down and got the poem in front of me, and he was saying, just beautiful flowers, but the rose. I thought, oh, well, I'm catching up now anyway. So that's all I heard so far. So I'm going to give him a comment here after I read it. And it was a great read, Raz. I just got to sit down and read it myself. But a great job.
Thanks, Wayne.
Sweet, what did you think?
What is Shakespeare's quote on a rose? I wonder if it's as lovely, but according to you, it is not. For there is no love with the rose. There is no heaven, or is it not a rose? There was never love. There's only blindness.
Yeah, that's how the poem is written that time, in metaphor.
Yes. There's only blindness to the savagery. We look past it. Miscalculation of the light year measurement. What has been lost until the eternity is frozen. Beyond our grasp is proven to be more than nothing. I quite enjoy that little bit of wordage there. I really do enjoy this. There's quite a bit of irony throughout here, a misunderstanding of what we're looking at, where people want to put light and sunshine where underneath it is a lot of darkness and what I would say a lot of bullshit. And yet we're supposed to gloss over that and just look at the sheen. And you always have a really great way of just taking that away and just, hey, smell the real air. And this is definitely there. Your historic monumentum to reset theory. I like that. And you just go through different types of scenarios that say that. And my favorite is about the painter and his rose. That was pretty good. I found that really good in the quantum loop with the genocide and this how long that went on before it was so low on our governmental political world that we let it go on for as long as we did. This was done very well. For is it not a rose?
It seems that archaic image is really distorted or denied by that very thought politics, why it's somewhere included within the verse, but not to be taken, say, as the thought of war to the specific came down to mentioning any recent form which would contradict the very thought of the rose primarily signifying the thought of love.
Very
Got
cool.
some great concepts.
Good comment, Sweet, by the way. Very good comment. Boo, what did you think?
Yeah, this is lovely. I kind of see parts of the Dorian Gray in here. Basically how he threw away the one person that he truly loved. And then you say there was never true love from first to fourth contact, falsely called pitch black. And then the ending line is amazing. A love or fear of profoundly red roses. That's just really, really deep. I mean, it's incredible. All the scientific references you got in there. And, I know I'll always tell you to write a love poem. This is kind of like the intelligent man's love poem. And I love how you talk about the quantum loop, which merges things together. So maybe you're talking about them merging together, I was thinking. It's pretty phenomenal comparison, and I thought you did an awesome job, Raz, and a great read.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Nice job, Raz.
Can I make a comment real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I got a great.
Yeah, sure, Wayne.
To make a comment. Hey, this is a great poem you got there. You don't write very many love poems, and you sound like you're in love in this poem. It's great. It's all about love and a red rose. I like the poem a whole lot. And you started out great when you said, "Behold, sleeping beauty awakens." That's a great way to start out. Great poem. I loved it.
He doesn't write much love. That couple that are like, whoa. Yeah. Thank you, Raz.
Yeah, thank you very much for bringing that. Boo, who do we have next?
We got somebody on the line here. 717. Let's see. I don't know the area code. 717. Who's this?
It's Wolves.
Hi, Wolves. How you doing?
Wolves.
Oh, I'm just like peachy. I am peachy. I'm just like sitting here falling asleep.
Uh-oh.
I stayed up too late last night.
You can go now?
Huh?
Yeah. You want to go now? Or,
No. No, it'd be all right. Just do what you got to do. I'll wait my turn like everybody else.
I'll see you after Wayne. Can you drop Wayne, Linda?
I can't get into the studio.
No, can you drop him from the board, the list, your show list, on the topic board? I'll play the.
Oh, hang on.
Or maybe Wayne, if he gets there quicker.
Okay. This is my version of Edgar Allan Poe. When I became him, I wrote this, and it's kind of a dumb one. I wrote about a year ago, but thinking about Edgar Allan Poe, so we'll see what it sounds like.
Wayne.
I like it. That's all right. It's kind of crazy.
Okay.
It's definitely creepy.
Does you know you've been writing about it, Wayne?
I'm not sure how to drop it from the board. How do I do that?
Oh, okay. Could you you just hold your finger down on it, and then you'll copy it and paste it. If not, Wayne can do it for you.
Yeah,
oh, wait a minute. No, it's just going to the poem.
Okay. Can you drop it, Wayne, please? Because I don't want to lose my spot in the studio, or I'll have to come.
Hold on 1 second.
Are we doing the SoundCloud, maybe?
Yeah, we're going to play a SoundCloud, but we need the poem for people to follow along.
Right.
I got it right here.
All right. You tell me when you're ready,
link.
Wayne, I'll push the button. I'll show you how to do that later, Linda.
Okay, I think I got it.
It is. See it now?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you should be saying it. Hope y'all enjoy this. This is called I Don't Care. I sit alone once more. I don't care. It isn't fair. They are out there. I don't care. Sit alone, not far from top of stairs. Beware. Before I share, I hear the door. Who's there? I don't care. Knocking I can't bear. Hold on. I'll be there. It isn't fair. I must face the stairs. Who's there? Second chair. I sit there. Who's there? Open the door. Once more. You knock on 4. There's nobody there. It's not fair. Back to chair. Let's comb my hair before I return the chair. Knock on the door. Who's there? It's not fair. Who's there? Once more. Cross door. But what for? Open door. He's there. At the door. Back from the store. Devin walks in. My friend. Tells me where he's been. An evil grin. A grin once he's in. To let me know he's in. I don't care. He knows I don't care. Will he share? He's been out there. I know where. But I don't care. Devin only stares. Wind blown hair. What a fruity wears. I don't care. I head to my chair. Still sitting over there. Sit in my chair. I hear a tear. Devin. It is Devin. I don't care. Devin knows I don't care. Devin is fair. Devin shares. Devin sits on the floor. I don't know what for. I ask for more. There is no more. There is no more. Out the door. Back to store. To get more? I don't care.
Wayne, that was well done. That was so funny. It was like Poe wrapped in funny, and
I don't care.
And you create very cute. I liked it, my darling.
You don't care.
Thank you for bringing it to my show. Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
I'm glad you shared, because I care. I didn't even swear.
It was great.
Very good, my darling.
Thank you very much.
Let's see. Wolves, what did you think?
Well, Wayne has a very unique sense of humor. This is really kind of like off the charts here. It's I'm not really sure what to make of this, except I think the boy needs a checkup from the neck up. And I mean that with respect.
Who's Devin, by the way? Who's Devin,
Very
Wayne?
funny.
It's a long story. I went over a year ago. I ain't heard it for about a year. I forgot how silly it was. So, I was some guy next door.
Oh, okay.
He was acting all crazy.
Uh-huh.
I was some neighbor. Anyway, there it is.
That's funny.
And I don't care.
Boo, you're laughing. What did you think, Boo?
Oh, it's just funny. The way that he read it was just cracked me up because it was just like almost sarcastic and in a joking manner. But I mean, you like underneath the music and his voice underneath there, you're wondering what sinister stuff is brewing in there. And I don't care. I had to my chair, still sitting over there, sit in my chair, hear a tear. It's Devin. I don't care. He doesn't give a fuck. There you go, Wayne. I think that's what made it hilarious.
Yeah, well, you know what?
You were perfect for the song.
For me, it was. I didn't know at first that it was humor. I didn't want to laugh and be rude until I was really sure. And you got me though, Wayne. You got me.
I mean, it's you don't care.
You don't care.
Rad.
Leave a comment. You don't care.
Yeah, even for humor, what the poet has achieved here based on the background music and the delivery of the verses would be worthy of a kind of artistic experimental film that depicts all of which he's describing, and there's certain light which is thrown on not knowing who is there behind the door. It does have a symbol which resonates in more than one work of art, but is brought specifically to be the stagehand directions here by the poet as to the basis in which someone comes back from the grocer and then returns once again. All of that could be conventionalized into the modern day experimental art flair.
Well, great comment.
Yeah.
I think I love you, Raz. That was great.
Sweet.
Sure. That was funny. Is that everybody?
No, Sweet has it.
We didn't miss anybody, right? All right.
No.
Next I was going to do Pyrosis, who's out on the board, and then I'll do you, Wolves, all right? So, trying to get over the SoundCloud. I was going to do Pyrosis and then Wolves. So I'm just waiting to get the studio to go through. It's such a pain in the ass on the phone. Be much better at here we go. So, wait, before I do that, we got somebody on the phone at 856. Who's calling?
It's Deb.
Hey, Deb. How are you?
Hi, Deb.
I'm okay. How are you?
Good.
Hello,
Good.
Linda.
I'm glad. Hello. How are you, my sweetheart?
I'm glad to hear your voice. How are you?
I thought you were talking
I'm
to me.
good. I've been meaning to stop by, but I've been so hard at coming up with poems. But I think the one that I did for tonight kind of broke the spell. So I'll be back soon.
Okay, right.
I'm getting on it much better. Oh, yeah, terribly. I think it had a lot to do with the painkillers. I've cut down on that, so I I'm doing a little bit better.
So
So yeah, but I'm
Deb,
so glad
we're
you
going to
came.
do Pyrosis, and then we'll do Deb because she has a show. So we'll do Pyrosis and then Deb.
Okay.
Pyrosis on the board already. Okay, thank you. And he just wrote this for you.
Okay, I have to refresh, and I'm not sure. Huh.
Bill, can you link me?
This poem
Who?
is called Trigger Clicks and Haunted
Lord.
Ticks.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
collaboration with Pyrosis and Boo. Stare at cowards gawking, pointing fingers, talking shit. Sounds like the gun cocking right before the trigger clicks. The noise. Unceasing undertones of war. Rending fabrics of creation unbound within scatterings of dissonance. There's no relief to be found. Think they killing me quick, in a faded ghost grip, instilling gross and sick voices telling me to quit. Dissolve. Blinking below echoing accusations, splintering consciousness unto shards that dive as falling daggers beyond resonance, freshly built in man-made graveyards. Through the years of war, only dreaming of peace, were ghosts of our past. Will the agony ever cease? Phase lacuna, perceiving the streaks of existence, bleeding hues of emotion, deeper, pressing through the ravenous entropy, whilst insecurities swim in ether. But to get my revenge after getting incensed from the haunting intents of a ghost with malicious intent. Surrender will for intention to awaken my folded desire. An origami pulsing within self-defeats. Now, I will dig a shallow grave as my spirit roams among the beasts. Gawking, pointing fingers sounds like trigger clicks. Noise of war rending within. No relief. They faded and sick, telling me to dissolve below consciousness, beyond graveyards, through the dreaming ghosts of our agony. Lacuna, perceiving the bleeding hues pressing through aether. Revenge, incensed from the malicious will to awaken an origami grave as my spirit roams.
Dang.
Wow.
What a read.
One of Shiva's
Wow.
Order.
That was like fantastic darkness, but there was so eloquently written, and the line was awesome. It just kind of engulfed my brain, and his voice is so story-esque, and it made it like really kind of creepy and scary to listen to it, but I think that was beautifully done. Thank you, Pyrosis, for sharing it. Let's get some comments here. Sweet, what did you think?
She left, Linda. She had to go. Deb is here, and Rain, and Wolf.
Okay. Deb, what did you think?
Daughters, I think the read was incredibly theatrical and awesome, and you have an amazing reading voice. Obsidian quill slice upon shaded dreams where the echoes of madness careen. Wild imagings, an artist's shadow. I love the wording there. And then towards the end, offered upon the coals of collapse just to feed, another outburst of seething brimstone. The wording and stuff there is really incredible. And then at the very end, the little stanzas, to bleed and being a sanguine afterglows. There's something so creepy but freaky but awesome but wow about sanguine afterglows. So bravo on that. Great share all the way around.
Yeah, that good comment, Deb. Let's see, Wolves, what did you think?
I think this was an absolutely wonderful poem. It has everything that Poe could ever want. It's just it's well written. The word usage is excellent. The flow. I mean, this is just first class poetry right here.
Right. Boo, what did you think?
Well, we wrote this together, so I mean, his read just made it a million times better. In my opinion, he's always amazing to work with. He's like, there's just never any problem. He's smooth. His word choices with the Luna and the moon, I thought were incredible. And the read was just captivating. Really, really great. I think Poe would be proud. Thanks, Pyrosis.
Yeah. That was great. I give you kudos too then, Boo. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Wayne. What did you think, Wayne?
Well, I said that.
Uh-oh. Wayne been having
what
phone
happened?
problems.
Be removed.
Poor Wayne. He always has a problem with stupid block talk. Well, I guess he'll be back then. So the next we'll do Deb. We need Raz. Sorry, Raz.
Yeah, Raz.
What I heard here was really a raw display of language at its most primary form. This poet had taken the thought of what there is with the beast and how it lies in our inner nature, and then asks you to consider someone close to you, a family member, a wife, a lover, and why they are, at essence, the root which planted you here.
Great comment, Raz. I think that's it. Who do we got next?
Yeah, Deb is next. She's on the board.
Oh, there we go. That's right.
Just let me know.
So we're ready, Deb.
Okie dokie. And this is actually written to a Poe quote. The quote is, "All the pangs of suffocation. I became blind and deaf and giddy, and then some invisible fiend struck me with his broad palm." And the poem is called Going Postal and Bitch Slapping Her Feet. And here we go. Her motions gut-punched all the butterflies, leaving views tinged rage red, blinding sight. Thermometer dips, then so does this smile, flipped by the sting from the she-viper bite. So hell freezes over, dry ice burns the flesh, oozing pus bubbles as blood spills in view. Then a grin grows back, and the frowns place. All the butterflies are bloodsuckers too, landing in bleeding blisters of crimson dew. Then the maggot swarms nibble and chew. Lungs gasp to breathe, and the pyre shrinks, boxing her into the frozen 2x4 frame. Palms sweat from the silence till white noise from the dual-faced fiend speaks my name. The sound chills my blood, and I just go postal. Hissing echo bounces, and her torso flounces, and the bitch slapping of her face lips swell. Rage in me pounces from bloodletting ounces, then drop it, kicking her back to the bowels of hell. And Paul.
Very well done. I said this is a masterpiece of macabre, and I love the way you made the butterflies bloodsuckers. That was awesome. Utterly freaky deaky, my friend. Deb, this was just a beautifully written piece from the quote that you read. Really cool. The imagery was fantastic, but you had so much soul in here. So good job, my friend. Good job. Pyrosis,
thank you
what did
so
you
much.
think?
One little thing.
Oh, Pyrosis.
I didn't make those butterflies bloodsuckers. That's a fact. Just saying.
Okay. Well done. Okay, so
it's just Raz and Wolf, and Pyrosis isn't here, so just Wolf, Raz, and I'm gonna see if Wayne's back.
Okay.
I didn't go anywhere. I want to go. I hit the wrong button. I put you on hold.
Oh, there you go, Wayne.
Who's there?
I've been here the whole time. I've been here the whole time. I just put you on hold back then.
Oh, okay. Did you hear Deb's poem? You want to comment?
Oh yeah, I hear, man. That was great. Deb's got a great poem here. Even the butterflies are bloodsuckers. That's bad enough. I said, that's bad enough. Let me out. And then he said, the sounds chill my blood. As I just go postal. I said, shit, it's bad. So this is a good poem and pretty dark, but it's poetically written and beautiful poem. Great job, Deb.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah. Raz.
Yeah, it sounds like a hell of a time at the post office.
It does.
I bet.
And Wolf, have you been to this post office?
That's what I'm going to say.
I love the
I ain't
pictures,
leaving
too.
my house ever again with y'all around.
I love the title, Going Postal and Bitch Slapping Her Face. That's hilarious. I mean, the whole thing is this. I love how you got the photos at the bottom. I can never get the friggin' GIF on there for the life of me. You have to show me how to do that. Catter tried before, but I just couldn't get it right. And so hell freezes over, ice burns flesh, oozing pus bubbles and blood spills in view. Whoa, that's so descriptive and just gross. And her lungs are gasping, and she's got chills. I mean, and the hissing echo bounces off torso. I mean, that's incredible. Bitch slapping of her face and lips swell. This is really spooky, really and then drop kicking her back to the bowels of hell. Like, get the hell out of here. I think that's hilarious. I mean, it's so good, so descriptive, and I love how you got the pictures there on the bottom. It just makes everything creepy and entertaining, and you do that time and time again. Great poem.
Thanks so much. And all this just so I could use that she-viper. I've had it for a long time. I love the stupid picture. That snake woman there.
Yeah.
It was all to glorify her. She's awesome.
Hey, we all have somebody we want to bitch slap, don't we? There you go. And go postal.
Yeah, no doubt we all have a list, I'd say. But, yeah.
Deb, you brought it.
Did you want to talk about your shows, Deb, real quick before you go?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually going to hang up and run to the studio because the show is about to start, and the topic tonight is auroras, either borealis or australis. So that ought to be fun.
Oh, cool.
And we will reveal blind collaboration number 62. And you're very, very welcome, Linda. And if anybody's interested, Monday is Personal Prompt Monday, and it's a big fall challenge. So check it out, you guys. And I appreciate you squeezing me in, but I got to go. Great topic.
Thank you.
Love and respect.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Deb. Take it easy.
Always a pleasure. Right on.
All righty. Wolves, you're up, Wolves. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, okay. Scorned. I'm not really happy with this poem. I wanted to write something new for this show tonight, and I've been having a hard time keeping my thoughts together. But anyway, this is what I came up with, and I hope you all like it. It's called Scorned. There are no words that can ease my sorrow. No words of love shall be spoken tomorrow. Oh, what wretched fool that I am. What was I thinking to fall under this maiden's spell? Her rejection has sent my soul to hell. All this night I hear the demons squeal in delight. How they must dance and prance is an image of horror's unimaginable fright. Soon dawn will bring its bitter light, shine its rays upon my plight. Before the passing of the morn, the world will hear of her words of scorn and the deed that took her life, and I shall burn in the fires of hell forevermore. End poem.
Wow. That was great, Wolves. I didn't get to read along with it, so I can't quote any parts of it, but your imagery was fantastic, and you're very poetic in your wording. I thought it was very dark and at the same time a bit tender. So good job sharing it, and thank you so much for bringing it to my show. Let's go on with some comments.
Thank you very kindly.
Raz, what did you think?
This is interesting enough to what I have been watching last night, trying to keep away sleep insomnia. The film in question had been American Gangster, and in one shot you have the cousin of Lucas just taking a point blank into the back his girlfriend and later arrested. And I had in my mind, if you're going to actually try and kill someone, you're better off just carrying the whole act through, because they will in fact curse you for the rest of your life. And I could see a woman scorned easily doing that, even in death, as the poet is describing.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Cool. Pyrosis. What did you think?
Pyrosis is in here. Wayne, Raz, me, and Wolf.
So Wayne.
Yes, I'm here.
Wayne.
You could consider this poem be kind of dark. I thought it was great. Because the old lady, it's excellent. His read was excellent. His performance was excellent. It's the 3 poems in a row that are just been out over the top. It's been great poems tonight. And I knew he's going to kill her. She deserved it. No, I'm just saying that. It was a great poem. I enjoyed it all the way through. You had great emotion, great read.
Thank you. I
Good
appreciate
comment,
that.
Wayne. Cool. Boo.
Ow.
You said you weren't happy with it, but I don't know why you're not happy with it. I mean, I thought it was really good, really creepy, and your read was amazing. And I know that you always try super hard, and we're all our own worst critic, but you don't have anything to worry about. I thought this was really poetic and dark, and just your wording was amazing. I think you did a great job, Wolf. Thank you.
Well, thank you very kindly.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you kick ass, my friend. And we got Raz. Got to go, I think. Raz.
No, I can stay right here. Who's there? I commented on running full.
Oh, you commented already? I'm sorry. Did we get everybody?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't care. We should probably write down who's here. That might fucking be helpful. So.
Yeah, I got it written down.
Okay, cool. All right, good to know. Okay, because, I'm,
Oh, where is
good job,
everybody?
Wolf. Okay, so let me see. Sorry, people keep texting me, and I'm trying to get where I'm trying to be. Okay.
I went to Seattle for the night. Liquid.
They did what?
Yeah,
They went to Seattle.
Oh, big party there?
Yeah, you didn't hear? I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's see. I was going to put the next one down. Sorry. People keep texting me, and I'm like, get out of my... Trying to do something. Stop texting me. Okay, so... And my phone is busted, so that doesn't help. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Trying to get back over there. Sorry. Oh, here we go. I'm all screwed up. Okay. So, all right. I was going to put mine down, if you don't mind, and then we'll go with another audio. So, I think I got it here. There you go, I think. Okay. All right. Let me turn my phone around. Okay. Anyway, this is called Winter's Murderous Wonder. Okay. One lonely winter night when it's all cold and dark, memories stir a pain that will again leave a mark. Silent screams that echo, words that claw at soul. Here then pumps the agony and you start losing control. The darkness then seeps in and the coldness that follow. Morning sun shines on a heart that's left hollow. The hours grow late into stroke of fate, two so eager awake, but a moment on the other's time. Despite all reason or rhyme, to sleep or otherwise be occupied, though others may have defied, all become well in paradise. The ebon sky could glisten like your eyes, the blue of dawn before the radiant days. When days began through the sun is yet to rise, all stars are lost, the color of night stays. Winter's early frost which dusts the land could in the petty hour before the light be taken up in some ethereal hand. Cast across the morning's cobalt beauty, hungry raven, toyed with my psyche, across the confiscating filament to bid the night sky, sun to flee, time before the dawn made permanent. End poem.
Wow. That was intense. You have such a way with words, Boo. And I'm trying to get my computer to work here. You have a story that is in depth and cold and scary, and another one that I think it is on the romantic side. It's kind of horror romanticized. but really great storyline. And I love the end. To bid the night to stay, the sun to flee, time before the dawn made permanent. That's just lovely. Well done, Boo. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thanks, Linda.
Yeah. Wolves, what did you think?
Oh, I think this is a really good poem. It's got a nice storyline, and Boo really writes excellent poetry. And I'm jealous. I wish I'd written this, but anyway, the basic gist is it's really hard to describe her stuff because it's just so bloody well good, and it's just damn it, why can't I write like that?
Oh, thank you, Wolves. I appreciate that.
Very nice comment. Wayne. Oh, Wayne.
Yes, here I am. I'm here. Man, that was a pretty dark poem there, and it rhymes. I love the rhymes. It's great. All the way through the poem is great, and then the flow is perfect, and it rhymes. It's amazing. It rhymes. I love rhymes. So anyway, it's a great poem. I like the rhyme a whole lot. Good job.
Well, thank you, Wayne.
You're welcome.
Raz? Is Raz still with us?
I had read of this poem is someone being murdered at night and only facing the dawn that one final time at the end verse. And so since it's so well put in verse what they had gone through in terms of the metaphor of suffering this horrendous and gruesome act for the length of the night, you have a taste of Poe when he himself often would tend to elaborate what there is of the murderer. And even at his date, which was the 1800s, Poe is considered the first mystery writer, a little bit before Doyle's, in proposing that the characters are depicted to regard and express different ideas of psychology in the process of thinking on these deaths. Here, what's definitely psychological is that elusive grasp when one understands that the dawn is permanent because this victim is taking the last breaths while the sun is rising. And that lends it a very powerful echo as to trying to describe with your own mind the images of darkness which the poet has left here on the paper, all covered in red.
Good comment,
Thank you, Raz.
Raz.
Appreciate it. Okay, now you guys are going to love this one. This is Gonzo. Coming up next, it's on the board. Here it is.
Oh, this is awesome. Uh-oh, what's happening?
No one knew this predator at the high schools.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, we're waiting for that SoundCloud, right? We're gone.
Yeah. This is an awesome piece coming up.
Studio
in my bed, feeling more than one half dead in the deeper friend provided where down comforters resided, rested thoughts of dread I heavily bore. In between the realms where reality underwhelms, I hear a buzzing from the lofty helm scurrying upon the floor. Like lights flicking demented beams while the buzzing began to increase. A text it seemed to be for me in such woe, I'm sure. Unwarranted and unkindly rest that suddenly found me finally to the rift. I drifted blindly blind to the stains and pain of my plain linen decor. I blankly replied without typing, since surely I'd only be griping, so it raged my sorrow tightens and tightens to my core. Still no sound was heard about, except more buzzing to be found. A text from no one special, of this I am sure. Fall asleep in spite of people who I loved before. Tightened my grip onto her ether, realized I could not be here for any longer than a waking roar. The jarring snore turned to grumble. I decided a wait was too much trouble as a rumble emanated from the closed dresser drawer. Wide-eyed, I'd pounced, blood boiling, building anger by the ounce. Would you cease this confounded sound, lest my sanity restore? Idolize the meek and mild and weak and wise, but on this crescent moon so high, I'm here, this donkey soar. Wretch that day once hard did say, as I stuttered out some calming lore. No longer did I ponder a grief that continued to bother the name familiar somber thoughts that my lover adored. Impossible to be it karma, history, or fate, follow destiny she did so happily into an early grave. Cross lines and wires hid my desire to believe there was an encore. To sleep, perchance to dream of her, together forevermore. A simple plan to execute, but when said aloud, pride will refuse to side, pomp and circumstance, denying myself the gore. Wearily inept, I slumped as I crept towards a fatal jump, numb as I breached the border, crossing the window like a door. In one side and out the other, to reunite us with one another. No longer will I slumber to see who I was living for. Bright-eyed, I smile, ending my self-imposed exile. She shows me what's worthwhile and what's not anymore. I made the right decision. Of this, I am sure.
Wow.
Alarm's going off.
Igor's back. Igor's back.
That was
Someone hijacking a vehicle.
Yeah, this was fantastic. It couldn't have been more Poe than Poe. I mean, really passionate and a little of the humor in the bowels of this speech, which I like because it wasn't blatant humor, but more subtle and great on the imagery. I felt like I was there. It was delightful. And I thank you so for sending this piece over, my darling. Great piece. Thank you very much. Let's get some comments. Raz.
I believe the writer has essentially hit upon a modern-day ghost story, and it does involve every time someone receives a text message in which a person is never heard from again. You have this case brought up in the news concerning certain suspicious deaths, but it also occurs on a far more vast mass number, and one could easily go on pondering why were those the last words of which you hear from someone of whom you're never going to again, that is written on those texts.
Yeah. Well done. I'm Wayne. Wayne.
And said he would be amazing. He got a post back with he would sense of humor. And this is the greatest. Tonight's been an amazing night. There's been at least 5 great poems tonight. This is another one of them. He needs more business for himself. Money. Good job.
Boo.
This is incredible. I mean, like, every time he does a production, it's amazing. And this is like, you know, it's weird because the first time I heard this, all the beeping and all this stuff, I was like, why is my phone ringing? I was just like, whoa, it's confusing. And the voice is just, it's so creepy, yet it's like arousing at the same time. It's really, really great. Unwarranted and unkindly had suddenly found me finally in the rift of drifted blindly. I love the inner rhyme. Inner rhyme's hard to do and get it right the whole way through. I could not be there any longer. Walking roars. The whole thing is incredible. This one already got the front page. I know that. I mean, every one of his lately is just like, you know, they actually told me to stop nominating him, that he had too many poems out there waiting, which I don't think is fair, but hey. And I made the decision of this, I'm sure. Just an amazing poem, amazing word and verbiage, the whole thing. You made Poe proud. Fantastic production. Really, really cool.
Oh, yeah. Great comment, Boo. Yeah, you're right. I mean, this couldn't have been more Poe than Poet himself. Just perfect. Wolves, what did you think?
Well, actually, I think this was really fantastic, right? And then hearing the recording, the way the beeps and bleeps and everything were going off, gave it kind of like a hectic, chaotic, frantic sense. And, you know, there ain't nothing more annoying than being right on the verge of sleep and getting a text message or a phone call from somebody. And, you know, but this being the situation where it's somebody that's passed on, apparently, if I'm understanding this correctly, just makes it even more chaotic. And, you know, it leads the person to decide that the only solution is to commit suicide and join the person they miss and love. And I think it's an excellent poem. I think that the way it was put together with the music or the soundtrack just made it even better.
Well said. Well said. I think that's everybody. So who do we got up next there, Boo?
That poem almost seems manic, very manic to me. And that makes it more interesting, I think, in my opinion. Just really, really good. Next we got Q. She's on the board.
Who?
And her poem's on the board. Q. She's on the board and her poem's on the board.
Oh, Q.
Devil on the transit. From where I'm sitting, the hallway of mental asylum, I was gazing at those patients, the beautiful kind, who intakes a lifetime serum. On my right is where the answer of my need. She's relaxed how I'm tense to be read. I'm here for some scope. I heard love did numbers on them. They couldn't cope. Is that even true? Or was I idiot to be here too? I plainly hide my adoration as I stared at the lady's face. She's wearing coat MD. Yes. A resident physician. I'm at the right place. Love did this to them? I ask. Yes, and something more or less for sure. Is that even serious? Love can make strong people weak, smart people dumb, insane people crazy. Now tell me, have you ever experienced such glitch in your matrix? A resounding no echoes on my throat. How will I ever understand if I'm beyond innocent of their woes? Someone's calling the doctor. Maybe she'll be on duty. Arya, remember what I told you? Don't play with my doctor coat again, for sixth pity. I was trembling from the sardonic realization, but she whispered the life hacks. Don't fall in love, okay? That's my prescription. And that's the moment I knew, when they say, not all demons are in hell. Some stays in the transit. Few close at my feet, but I got it worse when the she-devil is in close proximity, close in modern story. Arya was a mental state, a forsaken normalcy, and with her I sealed my fate. And here I am paying a tribute back to the time we were all begun. Before I was locked up for the greatest man crime. Love is my ground. Mental patient, a status I am bound. And together, love we found.
Wow. That was intense.
Linda, before you comment, we're going to say hi to Salwa real quick. Hi, Salwa.
Hi, Salwa.
Hello. I'm glad.
Sorry about that.
How are you doing?
How are you? I'm sorry I had a long day at work. And I've been listening for a while. I was on hold for a while, but I am. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm glad you could make it with your busy day and everything. How sweet of you to drop by.
Of course, Linda.
Right. And okay, back to Q's poem. An interesting storyline. It has a nice switcheroo in the middle. I like that. Had me going. But wonderful story. It was like really cool. And I like the ending of it as well. Fell in love is my ground. Mental patient, a status I am bound, and together love we found. So romantic in a sad kind of way, but lovely imagery throughout this piece. I think she put a lot of her heart into this. It was very, very well done. Thank you, Q, for bringing it along. I really appreciate it. Let's go and get some comments. Salwa, did you hear it?
Yes, I sure did. She talked a lot about. Yes, she talked about in her poetry about mental illness, and it's something it's not easy to talk about. Smart people, but also like how she really brings in love, not only about mental illness. And that moment I knew when they say, not all demons are in hell, some stays in the transit, and clothes on my feet. It's just, it is hard to, I think she expressed herself in such a raw way that you can really feel her pain and her struggle and what she has to go through. That's very moving. It moved me deeply. There's so many words and resounding, echoes on my throat. How will I ever understand I'm beyond innocence of their woes? Someone calling the doctor, maybe she's beyond duty. I don't know if that's real, but I think it is because she mentioned it multiple times before. So that's not. As I said, it's not easy to write about. She really moved me deeply.
Great comment, Salwa. As always, love to hear from you. Raz.
There's definitely a connection here with the author's note, which I see is borrowed from the poem Annabel Lee, where we love with a love that was more than love, with a love that the winged seraphs of heaven coveted her and me by the kingdom of the sea. And in that poem, what's expressed deeply is the disconnection of one lover from the next. To associate this into a problem of mental health, it's one of those tragedies which could occur from the loss of the mate or corresponding partner. And so any more than the narrator of Annabel Lee feels persecuted by society when it come between his love, the beautiful Annabel Lee, you have Aria here confessing as to the reasons at the ending of the piece why she was left under the treatment of some kind of sanatorium guide. And there's a kind of inability to focus how a person can simply love one instance, but it's a question to be judged by others in society at what consequence or length they're willing to give their whole heart.
Yeah. Good comment, Raz. Wayne.
Wayne's World. Wayne got himself on mute.
Where you at, Wayne? He's muting me. Okay.
Wayne,
let's see.
Wayne, you still with us, bro?
Oh, Wayne.
Okay, maybe not. All right.
Okay, Boo, you want
Is
to
Will
comment?
still here? Yeah, me.
What's that?
Yeah, I like what this is, example of love is a bitch, you know what I mean? And love can make you go crazy and make you feel things that you never feel, make you do things you never thought you would do. I like where she says love did this to them. And they're like, yeah, make strong people weak, make smart people dumb, and make sane people crazy. There you go. That about sums it up.
Yeah.
I think this is... Don't fall in love, okay? That's my prescription. Oh, if only that were true, and we could actually use that prescription. Imagine all the heartache and pain that we would eliminate from ourselves. That would be a real moneymaker. And then bound together, love we found. If you can fall in love in the mental ward, then damn, more power to you. And I see a lot of this happen for real at my work. They'll have what we call rehab romances, and they'll get together and because they bond, over their addiction and whatnot, and they run away together, they leave together, all kinds of crazy shit like that, and they think it's going to last, and then they're both just jacked up on drugs again, and so it's kind of like that repetitive cycle, but the psychosis of love, because it can mess with your mind, your heart, and you can become sick from it. And that's what she's saying here. Really cool poem, great accent, too.
Yeah. Wolves.
Yeah, this is an excellent poem. I like everything about it. It's perfect. But this love stuff, it's garbage, man. There's no such thing. It's just a myth. Let's be realistic. There are no perfect people, so there's no such thing as perfect love, and therefore, it's a myth.
There you go.
I would recommend you not try it.
Yeah.
Except for me, wolves. Just me, wolves. I'm just kidding.
So anyway.
But it's an excellent poem, and I tell you the truth, I think it's perfect.
Right on. Very well said. Okay, what do we got up next?
Okay, so next I need, I don't know, do you want to read one for Blade? Or would you rather have Salwa read it, Linda?
Either way. Salwa, what do you want to do?
Either way, too. I'm okay either way.
Okay. We missed her last night, and we've been with the show just cut off right in the middle of Raz, reading. So she waited a long time, and she didn't get to do hers. So, Salwa, if you want to read it for her. Oh, I just put Q's there. Whoops.
Yeah. I'm not seeing it.
Sorry. Yeah, I screwed up. I just put hers there instead. Sorry, I need to put Blade there. I put her, let's see, where is she? Oh, here we go. Okay. Copy. And I think maybe Silk is on the phone. I'm getting over to you, Silk, in a sec.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I'm still not seeing it.
Ready, Salwa?
Let me refresh.
I see it. Okay. Vignette of stolen years. My innocence bore marks of bloody eye, beast, as they go along the skeletal remains of my childhood. Radioactivity hunted my dreams. But the hazmat suit itched, and I thought the warning signs were for those who didn't want to be special. The painted stained glass window shades and hid behind misconceptions, tainted memories and perceptions of what it felt like to be loved. You made me think I was special, but it was years before I realized how many lies you told in the silence. Tomorrows were run out. Hours of continuous yesterdays kept me trapped in the past.
could only fight with the sharp-edged teeth and secrets. Cancer and old age never seemed to slow you down, but something took away your voice when all I needed was, I'm sorry. I shared a secret I was never told to keep, but still hid inside stained glass rooms until one walls finally shattered perceptions of you and the phone. Two friends stabbed you in the front. Or Oscar Wilde. Yes, it is.
No, I believe she's on the phone, Linda, so if you don't mind, I was going to have her read her own poem if this is her. I'm sorry, Salwa, that was my fault.
Oh, no, please, don't.
I think she's on 218. Is this you, Blade?
I am.
Blade, is that you?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. I didn't think you were coming. I apologize.
Hello, Blade.
Go ahead and read your poem yourself, please. Sorry about that.
If my doctor comes in while I'm reading this, I'll have to hang up, and you can pick up where I left off. But,
okay.
Yeah.
We did read it already, but I just wanted you to read it. So.
Thank you. Vignettes of Stolen Years. 1. My innocence bore marks of bloody-eyed beasts as they gnawed on the skeletal remains of my childhood. 2. Radioactivity haunted my dreams, but the hazmat suit itched, and I thought the warning signs were for those who didn't want to be special. 3. You painted stained glass window shades and hid behind the misconceptions, tainted memories and perceptions of what it felt like to be loved. 4. You made me think I was special, but it was years before I realized how many lies you told in your silence. 5. Tomorrows were run-ons of continuous yesterdays, kept me trapped in a past I could only fight with sharp-edged steel and secret. Cancer and old age never seemed to slow you down. But something took away your voice when all I needed was, I'm sorry. 7. I shared a secret I was never told to keep, but still hid it inside stained glass rooms until walls finally shattered perceptions of you. End poem.
Wow.
Great read.
That was so beautiful. Wow. Yeah. That has so much emotion in it. And I could hear in your voice towards the end how emotional it was for you. Great write, though. It is hard to be stabbed in the front by your friends. It's almost worse than having a lover do it. When you've loved somebody your whole life, I couldn't imagine having my best friend, not be who she is to me.
Yeah.
It would kill me. But you nailed it right here in these words. They were lovely, and I thank you tremendously for bringing your piece by. And I'm glad you got to read it yourself. It's great. So let's get you some comments. Salwa, you read it too. What did you think?
Oh, this is really moved me deeply. There's so much in this, almost like, I don't know, as you said, it's something she let go, it's shatter, and you had to let go of it. And you definitely did that here. I see my innocence bore marks of bloody-eyed beasts. There's something about here innocence, as you said, and how when you're innocent we don't know much, but there's warning sign, as you said, that you're not like someone make you feel special. They lie to you and you believe it when you're innocent and young. I kind of really relate to this. And you don't know, you want to believe it, but then lies start coming up, and you see who really this person, and they hurt you, but you just want to hear sorry, but you never even hear the sorry. This is deception, pain, so much emotion, really. I can go on forever. Tainted memories that you cannot change. Really well done. You can feel your pain in here. It's very brave.
Right. Good comment, Sawa. Q, is she here, or was that just a SoundCloud?
That was just a SoundCloud. And Wolf, Raz,
okay.
Sawa, and me and you. I'm waiting.
Wolves, what did you think? Oh, wolves.
Wolves, did you drop?
Uh-oh.
You may have dropped, and I think Silk's going to try to call back. For me, I love the title, Vignettes of Stolen Years. I mean, that's amazing. And nothing hurts worse than the person that you trusted and believed in hurts you and walks away. Can relate to this one, too. Your painted stained glass window shades hid behind misconceptions, tainted memories and perceptions. The rhyme is so good of what I felt like to be loved. Here's another thing. If you don't want to be with the person, don't lead them on. That's the cruelest thing you can do, you know? Be straight up, be honest, and don't waste their time. And then the shared a secret I was never told to keep. That's amazing, too. Stained glass rooms. This is really, really hurtful. True friends stab you in the front. There you go. This is a whole show in itself, isn't it? But, and I love how you have the colors down there. Red is rage, orange is danger, yellow deception. That's pretty cool, too. This is a great storytelling, and I think everybody can relate to this. Your read was beautiful, and I'm sorry you didn't get to read it last night, so thanks for coming back. Excellent.
Yeah, right on. Do we have Wayne?
Is Wayne still here?
Or did he leave?
I think Wayne may have dropped too. I got to go back to the studio. I think Silky's going to call back.
So Wayne dropped?
Yeah. Did this actually happen to you of late, or you're just doing with the quote? You don't have to say if you don't want to. Just wondering. She might have dropped too. What's up with Blog Talk's dropping everybody? Did you leave late?
Remember, she said maybe if her doctor called her, she had to go. She said,
that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Going to the doctor reached the room.
Okay, razzle dazzle. Then, what do you think of that?
Yeah, domestic abuse is defined as verbal, nonverbal, physical means to gain control over the other person, and it's a pity, but what we know statistically is that many in a domestic abuse relationship will find it very hard to leave the other partner. And so here that you have that level of pain, being able to escape these kinds of violent prisms of which were created by a domestic abuser is one that triumphs, but it's an extremely sad story how it does lead to a form of trauma. And of course, you want to know, why were you originally wrong? There was no reason anyone had the right to wrong you.
Good comment, Raz. Thank you.
937. I know Silky's trying to call, but I don't see him on the board. He's 937. Yes, I hate when that happens. Yeah. I'm going to call back, Silk, because I don't see you. I know you want to comment on that poem, so when you come around, you can comment on it. Yeah. Also, I just wanted to say, don't forget tomorrow at 9 Eastern is me and Lizzie going to do open poetry, so drop your poem there tomorrow. I'm still trying, but I don't see you. So I'll wait and see if he calls back, Linda.
Okay.
Yeah. It does that to me all the time on the phone. It's so frustrating. Oh, he's calling back, he said. So we'll let him comment when he comes back in here. So, okay, next. Who do we got? Let's see. Raz has another one he gets to read. You want to drop that for me, Raz? And read your other one?
I'll look it up over on the folder for you. It's in the second piece because, as you know, I had cut off at the end of the show, so you mentioned the previous night. And here, this was a recent prompt at Poetic Slice of Life, The Imp of the Perverse. I had filled in that actual submission form with the original right of memory thereof. And, I would love to share the story of The Imp of the Perverse is one of Poe's a bit more obscure, but again, it touches on his way of being able to express what would go on in the murderer's mind. There is not that direct of a connection with this line, except for death. Memories thereof, snapshot, the fragments of a single lifespan to Bloomberg, account ledger, were part of the big picture, office detail, superlative collector, brand, previous elusive conclusion pending further transaction, deceased on arrival, the certified real, pink and blue pregnancy test hinging, peak potential solvency, private little unknown, the graphic details with the personal belongings and lingering insinuations still trying to identify the flight cancellation booking room were the previous destined passengers who would have been on board somewhere else if he rose on the third day, bedpan ridden. Stick a sharp nail to the forehead, each minuscule thought, ominous foreboding of the Gaffer Jasper, crucifixion of the body as the nullification wrought, persistent weeping, black mourners, ironies born of lifeless tragedies, limousine funeral procession, mimic edge, the mirror portal gate to the proxy served, unmasking the informant reasoning, U.S. Marshal complicating sepsis, waste disposal shortage to broken countries, respectability, impudence disputes the equal measure, meth heads 48 weeks sobriety test, ghosts don't pick up on films, neither did the domestic threat, censorship, mute, deafen, public suspicion, murdered what would be the revealing question, multiple voice disorder, the Delphi Oracle emote and misbegotten, an interview with Rudolph Murdoch, pondering to explain the psychic doors, the non-consistent dreams laid shut, as they lead past the apathetic shopping turnstile into somewhere else. Take the rhyme from the lines. The poems are the hangman dirge, with the killing field music, acid world, access chase maze, geomapping, a perfect location like nowhere, a perfect heaven, which is not contra-visual, blind spot visible on HARPA, High Energy Research Program Agency, or Australian Astral Ray Array Space Satellite, existing in man's belief of a higher power, ephemeral celestial plane. North Dakota, Sioux City are different points on the compass to orientate by the Haymaker and the Haystack camp grounding. Somalia, U.S. occupation, searching the potency enemy harbinger. We repeated the human aid relief twice, come the hour, dropping the Hawk central banking nerve from the remote service. The stalking is checking the login times. We thought all our loved ones are waiting in heaven. The death presence is there somewhere else. In a perfect world, we would all not be so perfect.
In the unseen world, the unconscious bids entering the protection block across limitation barriers, wondering to explain the least expectancy manifestation. Was there somewhere else? Where else would I be now, if not for you? In memory of having memories.
Wow. Raz, my God, man, you write with such authority. And all these memories that you put down here are intense memories of intense things, and you gave worth to them, and you brought them alive. So I have a hard time keeping up with you sometimes, and sometimes I think a tab of LSD would help me along, but beautifully concocted, my friend. I really liked it. It was just a lot to take in. So thank you for bringing this other piece tonight.
I'm glad I always enjoy listening to your work.
Let's get you some comments. Wolves.
I think Wolves may have left.
Wolves? Uh-oh.
Yeah. I think he left. It's just me, Sawa, Raz. Silky's trying to call. I'm trying to work on that still.
So, Boo, you want to
maybe
comment, and then we'll...
Sawa, do you go ahead, Sawa?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Raz hurt my mind. It makes me think so hard. I'm just like, especially end of the day after so exhausted. I see so many things that my mind jumped from one place to another. I see. I always like give hints, memories thereof. Maybe it's about memories in general. Not necessarily. I thought it was about death in the beginning, but I see more about memories, I think, and subconscious memory. I don't know. I think, or maybe both. Really, you have. It is not a perfect word. One line that really got my attention and stayed with me, the whole poem. But in a perfect world, we would not be so perfect. And I'm seeing where the unconscious bit entering the protection block across the limitation barrier, wondering to explain this expectation manifestation. Are you talking about after life? I'm kind of a little bit lost. I'm not going to lie. My mind goes.
There is the mentioning of the afterworld, and that is in the question somewhere else.
Okay, I got something. Yay!
What'd you say, Raz? I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
You did good, Sawa.
That the afterworld is brought on by the question, is there somewhere else? And then what you have of thinking of those who have passed away is the final line, and memories of there being memories, because you say memories thereof when you think of the dead.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, got it. Okay, I was way off then, because Okay, first let me welcome Silky into the show. He's been holding quite a bit.
Hi, Sil.
There we go, finally.
I'm sorry,
It only took like 4 tries.
Sorry.
No, you're all good. I get it happens. It's all good.
Oh, freaking blog talking to her. Did you happen to hear Rat's poem, or you didn't get a chance?
I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't
That's all right.
get a chance to hear it.
I know you were waiting on hold for forever. Well, I was way off, Raz, because I was thinking this was about insomnia, sort of, but I guess not. I like introspective snapshot, the fragments of a single lifespan. You always have so much wit and wisdom and, like, education in there. It's just, it's really well done. And I was kind of way off too, Sal, you got it, but now that you explained it, it does make more sense. Like, our memories are made up of what we see, what we experience every day, and they can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, depending on the time and the place, I think, and the situation. And I love that one, too. In a perfect world, we would all not be so perfect, because there's no one really perfect except for one person upstairs, I believe. And what else will I be now if not for you? A memory, having memories. Really great. It's true, because, memories, some of them you remember, some you don't, some you repress. Memories itself could be like a whole show, but I think you did a great job, Raz, and I'll leave you a better comment when I read it again. Because, it's you. I got to read it 3-4 times to get it.
Thank you for a sneak preview of everything else coming up with the new right.
And
great
can I say
Raz.
something,
Thank
Boo,
you.
before? Boo, check your message, please. I send you a message.
Okay.
I send you a message. Check it, please. Thank you.
I got it.
Okay.
All right. All right. So then, Linda, we're going to let Salwa go next. And
I'm going to make it. I don't know.
I'm
I'm kind of hesitant. It's really bad and horrible and sad. I think you and maybe Raz heard it. I think hopefully I don't cry when I read it.
That's all right.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe skip. I don't know. Okay. It's about Poe, but it's really sad poem. I don't know if you remember it. Okay. Do I have a SoundCloud? I'm nervous. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know if you had a sound. Okay, you want me to do Silk first, and then I'll do your SoundCloud?
I don't think I have a SoundCloud. I don't think I did a SoundCloud. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Oh my gosh! I think I'm gonna tear and lead into this.
Yeah, I don't see a SoundCloud there. So. Okay.
No. I didn't do SoundCloud. It was really an old poem.
Okay, sorry.
A year ago. Okay. I don't know why I can't get myself together. The raven sang nevermore. Le corbeau n'a plus jamais chanté. I'm not going to read it in French. It's too long. I'm just going to read it in English. Once upon in a fairy land lived a little girl with her sibling and mother and father in a chateau with walls not built by her little hands. She played, sang, and danced with her favorite butterflies and the smiley clouds above her head. While her old sibling went abroad, she was 4, nearly 5. She was playing with her dolls and imagining games, while someone silently opened her chamber door. Some visitor that she was accustomed to visit when her mother and father napped every day. She cannot remember the first time it occurred nor the last. He was not the only visitor that crept in light and darkness to her room. Each time she was confused, she played games with her little mind. She trusted everyone, the driver, the cook, the gardener, and other ones. The regular visitors gave her candy and told her, "You can't tell anyone. Trust no one but me." As she got older, a little voice in her head made her feel something was not right. Her mother was warned by a kind soul. When she saw the mother of fear drawn in her lines of her face, she got scared, so she lied. The secret stayed with her for so long. She hurt badly. She started to hide under her bed in her closet. He knew how to find her. The others. She grew to be the shyest girl in the world. Guiltiness and anxiety joined her shyness days after days. The raven was witness from sadness. He never sang again. An angel dressed in white consoled her in her dreams night after night. She moved at age 8, nearly 9, to new land without her parents. New visitors find her too inside and outside her new chateau. She survived by helping others, and every kind of sport came her way. She learned to hide behind a smile. Yes, she learned to hide behind her smile. Years passed, but she married a charming prince who turned to be Laughing Beast. Eventually, her soul grew stronger. Her crying faded away, but nightmares never went away. The fact it is her writing so gently made her see. And it came tapping in her sleep, tapping at her chamber door, darkness followed by light. Then nothing more. Raven flies back to darkness land to sing his forgotten song. Some are born to sweet delight, some are born to endless night. And she kept writing to tell stories never told before, with tears and joy. End of poem.
Wow.
Oh, that is
May they rot in
very
hell.
heartfelt story. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I can't believe going through something like that is a very awful thing. And to the survivors, I say bravo for coming through it and having your face still. Beautiful story, Salwa. It's something that needs to be shared about and brought out to so that people are aware of the stuff that goes on. But Salwa, you did a beautiful, beautiful job reading this and writing it. Thank you for bringing it to my show. And let's get you some more comments.
Has
Raz,
this been on the front page, Salwa?
Pardon me?
Has this been on the front page? Has this been on the front page?
No.
Oh,
No,
it should be. I will nominate this one. Mm-hmm. This is, there's too many people that go through this. People don't realize when they do this shit to you, they change fundamentally who you are for the rest of your life. They steal your innocence, they steal your belief, they steal your trust, and they steal so much more than that. This story is sad, but so true for so many people. And you know what? He didn't defeat you because you're a strong, beautiful woman, a survivor, and a lot of people need to hear this. The story of, like, you just told it through your whole life. She was a little girl, she was scared, and then she moved, she got abused again, and then again, and then again. And how much does one person need, But you rose above,
right.
And, you won in the end, so fuck them. And an angel dressed in white controlled her dreams. Night after night, she moved at age 9 to a new land with her parents. And then it still continues, like anybody who goes through this. And look at the wonderful, beautiful person that you are. You defeated them, Salwa. So I think this is so moving, so beautiful, and so sad, and needs to be told. And it deserves the front page. I'm going to nominate it. Incredible read. I could hear it in your voice. I'll give you a big hug. Love you, Salwa.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too. Raz, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, there's definitely genuity here. This takes me to poetry when you have it presented by the poet to contain its most essential forms, and that makes the whole right extremely literal. Darkness Land and the quotes of what you have with William Blake's augury of innocence. Some are born to sweet delight, some are born to endless night. These are lines of which myself I cannot easily forget, even when including the Doors song Endless Night, which was on their debut LP, also quoting Blake. So he did, in fact, take down the entire kingdom and said that some of us seek out the light while others are drawn to the darkness. And when you look about it that way, does the raven really symbolize anything else but an omen, except we can attach a meaning there that it does come from the darkness, but we do not know that for a fact because they're known to be messenger birds when you consider the oniric or prophetic sense of the raven. And so, bearing in mind William Blake's philosophy of what all souls come down to, being drawn to the darkness or the light, it's as if the raven is really neither, only some kind of intermediate way of which we might understand which had been our original source or point of origin when it comes to the unconscious state of the soul.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Silk, did you want to comment?
Yeah, as soon as I get off mute here, I thought it was a very moving and touching piece, Sawa, especially for you too, and the length too. This is the first piece I've ever seen you write that's actually a little bit long, and because I think Boo called you the queen of brevity the other night, and that's pretty true. But here you wrote a very long piece, and I think it needed to. To me, it felt like kind of a purging and a bit of cleansing out a wound a little bit to me, and I could hear the emotion when you read it, and I could read the emotion between the lines here, and I never get people who abuse, especially children. I don't get that. I don't have kids of my own, but I have a little niece and nephew, and they're just like totally awesome. I love hanging out with them, and they're just like the coolest people ever. And to me, I thought this was a beautiful, sad, and just a touching and moving piece, Sawa. And I just wanted to send you a huge hug and lots of love. Just great poetry.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And may they rot in hell, is what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, I can't understand people that do that.
Yeah, agreed. Well, I could go on about that one, but I won't. Okay, so Silky Sheets, you ready? I'm going to put you up there. Crawl out of which?
Sure, and I was thrilled about the whole Poe topic here because Poe is definitely one of my favorite
I didn't know which one to pick,
poets. Oh no, I knew exactly which poem actually when I saw it was Poe because I have this the poem that you're putting up now, and actually I'm really proud of it, and I usually don't brag about my stuff because I don't like people being like braggarts or self promoters, but actually I got mad props from Hatter on this poem. Hatter told me once that he thought it was the best Poe-like poem he's ever read, so that really made me smile. But I was like, damn, I was like, damn, Hatter, it's a hell of a compliment coming from No, but you know me, I usually don't toot my own horn. I try to be humble. This one's called Nevermore, Lenore.
Is it
and it's like a tribute to the Raven. It's slightly scary, Sawa, but not super scary.
Okay.
I'll say the poem is like, imagine the character from the Raven, but like 30 years later after he like murdered his friend to steal his wife away. That's kind of what the poem's about, but it doesn't get into real gory details. But okay. Here we go.
Thank you.
Nevermore, Lenore. In the garden lies a stone, and a bed of roses it stands alone. I walk each morn, a ray of light falls across her name adored. Though raindrops spill upon her grave, each day fresh flowers laid. What's in my heart I dare not say, not even to my heart sworn. My tears fly falling like the rain they pour. The pain is more than can be borne. Betwixt the hours rent the veil, when sun has fled and moon has failed, a luminous mist rises like the tides upon hell's shore. In those hours rose a wraith with flaming eyes and ashen face. He walked the bed of roses, whispering the name I adore. And then he came scratching at my hastily bolted door. He wore a face I knew before. That first time he came calling, to my knees he brought me falling. To go away and leave me in peace I implored. Fiendish eyes glimpsed through the portal, ripped from me a cravenish chortle. He simply stood there, a vision that chilled my beating core. As I fell weeping upon the creaking floor, he scratched and whispered, nothing more. In the light of blessed day, 'tis just a dream, I swear and say, as I tend the garden that holds my love forevermore. In the willow perched a raven, upon my soul his cause engraven. His eyes of onyx and malice they seemed to store. His cause echoing through the trees. Nevermore. It was a word I heard before. Lo, this night I hear him screeching in the dead of eve, beseeching that I come to him and open my barred and bolted door. A ghastly spectre crawling each night from his grave comes calling. Long ago I sunk my dagger, spilling his blood upon the floor. Each night he comes scratching at my bolted door, like each night before. In the shadows, his eyes gleaming outside my window, slowly creeping, as I lay so sweetly dreaming of the girl I'd steal from him, I swore. Though his spirit at midnight walking in the courtyard each night stalking, has never yet dared to beat so brazenly upon my bolted door. His spirit always moaning, groaning the name of her, Lenore. He groans this and nothing more. Behold, the moon, waxing full, spills through my window in crimson pools, as he starts to beat upon my barred and bolted door. In its frame it jerks and rattles, a voice to raise a demon's hackles, as he wails and shrieks her name, Lenore. His fists flail, quaking, breaking down my bolted door. He wails her name and nothing more. His bloody fist persistently batter, till the bolt cracks and shatters. On his shoulder perched the raven I deplore. I stand rooted in their sight, my heartbeat seizing in black fright. Awaiting death's icy bite, her name he roars. With the dagger I buried within his breast, plunging again and again into my chest, I whisper her name with my last breath, Lenore. And the raven caws, nevermore. And poem.
Oh, delightful.
Oh, you go, boy.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Your reading of that was so cool. Wow. Silk, what
amazing.
A fantastic poetic writing. I just loved your story. Delightful imagery. Dark and grabbing. Your writing was so right on and poetic. You another one that was more Poe than Poe. I mean, you got him to the heart of Poe, and what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but you kind of brought him out through yourself, and that was amazing, right? Thank you for bringing it to my show. Let's get you some comments.
Thank you, Linda.
Salwa
would be proud, Cookie.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God! I'm really sorry. I clicked and I timed out, but I remember from the top of my head. When his eyes looking from the window, and then I like how Nevermore it changed to can't remember. It says just like look, lost my poem. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm so embarrassed. I know it's happening. Here we go.
You're all good, Sala.
Restore window. Here, it came back. Yay. So when you move from Nevermore. And you say, what is it? Nothing more. And the way you read it, it's like really left a bigger impact to the night. And you took the story and gave it a different light. But the spirit of death, I feel like can relate to outside life, even though when what goes around comes around. That's what I feel. There's always a punishment.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I see here, and he did it brilliantly. Really, it took us like I want to know more. Like the more you go, we want to know more. It's brilliant. I really like it. Everything, every line, well done. I see why everyone tell you this is your best. I don't know all your poetry, but I see why. Beautifully done.
Oh, thank you.
Be proud of.
Thank you, Sarah.
Be proud of it. Be proud of it.
I am a little proud of this poem. I think it's one of my best. So Thank you.
I remembered the word I was trying to say. It was channeled. You channeled Poe in that piece so well.
Yes.
Well, yeah, thank you. I think I mean, I usually I try to be humble and because I can't stand people who are like braggarts and all like, oh, I'm the shit.
Yeah, you
I
have
just
to be proud of
I
yourself.
think I did pretty good on this poem, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, you're allowed to like yourself.
But,
you got it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Cool. Let's see, Boo.
I thought it was, like everybody else, amazing. And the read was awesome. Your read just kept me captivated. You're one of the best readers there is. And you always bring it, like, every time. I mean, and this sounds like a rap song to me, and I don't mean that in a rude way. I just mean the cadence is so perfect and so right on. And you know Hatter's picky with the rhyming, so if he said it's good, then I know it was good.
Yeah,
betwixt the
exactly.
hours,
Yeah,
meant the well when surface fled and moon has failed, a luminous mist. Just all of it's perfect. I mean, if this isn't a 10, I'd be surprised. But then again, who knows? I don't know how that thing works.
I think it's a 1, honestly.
I know it's just funny. Some of your best
but
ones
if you
are like
if you plug in the Raven though too, the Raven's a 1. Yeah, it's
really?
a 1. I just went and
Wow.
looked. It's a 1.